Time for the best interview in baseball presented by Corona. And for that, we go to Jackson Holliday. First of all, Jackson, thank you for joining us. That was your second home run of the year. You and the Orioles have been absolutely tearing the cover off the ball as of late. What has contributed to that success?
Yeah, I think we're just being persistent. We've had good approaches all year and been hitting the ball hard, and they've been starting to fall the past few games. So just keeping at it and just keep hitting the ball, and good things seem to happen. So yeah, I mean, we look pretty good late, and just looking to keep doing our thing.
So I heard that you promised your dog Coconut you'd hit a home run on Bark in the Park night, and you delivered with a grand slam. Did he give you treats after the game for being a good boy, or take you out for a pop cup after the game?
No, he was pretty pumped. He's always excited to see me, and yeah, I've had a pretty good track record in the minor leagues, Bark in the Park nights. So it's pretty funny that the first one he comes to in the big leagues to hit a home run. So yeah, he's the best.
That is pretty cool, but what's cooler, we found out before we were setting up now for this interview, is that you're a fan of American Idol, and I told you a little bit before, but I will tell you, after 50 years old, I'm 53, I started crying. I didn't realize I was a crier. I wasn't a crier the first 50 years of my life, and then when I get on American Idol, we as a family watches it. I'm telling you, bro, so at what age, like, you haven't teared up yet, because you're a fan of it also, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, we are fans of the show, yep. I have not cried.
Tear up?
I'm not a crier, not an American Idol. So I just enjoy watching them sing, and the stories they can get you hooked and invested in the contestants. But I have not cried yet.
All right, well, we're gonna at least get goosebumps from Uncle Kevin, because as you get older, you're gonna get emotional. Okay.
Yeah, goosebumps
your daddy.
There. Yeah.
Okay.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps as a younger age.
They're very talented.
Perfect. We've talked about the skit with your father and the zipper down, and we had him come up to the plate with a zipper down. He gets a knock right here. So for those that haven't seen it or heard about it, this was Matthew Holliday. Zipper was down. Boom. Next thing you know, knick-knack, paddywhack. We asked him. We talked to you. I said, in time, are you willing to keep this this Holliday tradition going and maybe take first AB tonight with your zipper down?
Maybe I was starting. Maybe I'll get in there a little later. They got to get a lefty on the mound, so we'll see. I mean, I could always use a knock. Maybe a big-time spot comes up and I get the call to pinch hit. I might have to do that, so we'll see.
Please do. That would be amazing. That would be so good. Hey, we're going to get back to some wholesome content here. Now, you've had a year almost in the big leagues as we get there, but you've also had a year of marriage, and this is awesome. And through this first year of marriage, besides that we're always wrong, what have you learned the most as being a husband?
Oh man, it's a blast. Me and Chloe have a lot of fun. It's great to have her here and for her to be able to come out and travel. And but I mean, I just love being able to spend so much time with her the past year, and just looking forward to the future. So I wouldn't say there's a specific thing that I've learned, but just being able to be with her every night and come home to her, and her and Coconut makes it a whole lot easier to play this game.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's so good. Well, speaking of wrong, though, your dad did me wrong in the 2013 World Series. Game one, I thought it was a good idea to throw a changeup down to your dad, and that's usually not a good pitch. And he went ahead and whacked this one right here. I didn't quite get it down. It ended up over the plate. But the best part about this, Jackson, Johnny Gomes said to me after the game, it was a good idea that I did that, because otherwise if I finished with a 0 ERA, that nobody would have thought I pitched in the World Series. So that was good that your dad gave me an ERA. What do you remember most about that, being a kid and being at that World Series?
Yeah, I believe we stayed at the hotel for one of those games, and I feel like we could hear the crowd. I remember Shane Victorino's walk-up song, that kind of ingrained in my memory, and obviously not winning the World Series that year. So those are some of the things that I remember, but the walk-up song was pretty memorable for me.
Let's take a look at you flashing some leather. You play up the middle with Gunnar Henderson. You guys ever have any friendly competitions going on this year when it comes to impressive defensive plays?
Not necessarily. No, Gunnar's man. It's an honor to be able to share the middle with him. So no competitions on the field, but being able to train and hit with him early today, and just be able to compete and just learn for a guy that is obviously one of the best players in the game is pretty fun for me.
Yeah, it's pretty fun for me to realize how sexy you two up the middle are. And I think that you and Gunnar should be the next GQ shoot for Dairy Queen or something, because it's not only you guys pick it, but you guys are also good looking. Is that a deal too? Maybe a GQ shoot
I think
later?
you got to have the blonde hair, right? I don't know. Something about it. Maybe I need to grow out my mustache or something. We could look a little bit more alike. But, that won't happen for many, many years, I'm afraid. So,
That's right.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun to be able to play up the middle with him.
I know. I was wondering, can you grow a mustache out?
Oh, no chance.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
8 years from now, right. 8 years from now. Some guys have good mustaches. Some guys, it just takes a little longer. Jeff's going to take a little break on that one.
Yeah.
I do want to get to you,
I got
though,
some
because
time.
you're training. You're training this offseason. You bulked up. You're in there. Give me the bulk up scene that I need, because something I'm reading out here. We have a little bit of ground beef, and you do little mixtures and all kinds of stuff, because I'm trying to get weight on the boys. So I need to know it.
Yeah, well, I'm still trying to figure it out. You know, I can do it in the off season, but it's a little more difficult in the season. But yeah, my dad did a big carnivore diet overhaul this off season, so pretty much just ate steak and cheese and honey. So I kind of jumped on that train a little bit.
Steak and cheese and honey?
Yeah, you gotta look up the carnivore diet. He's got a little bit of fruit in there too, so I'll give him that. But yeah, I mean, always been taking care of myself and watched my dad do it for a long time. But yeah, a lot of ground beef, steak, eggs. I would put rice and avocado and some stuff in it. It wasn't just straight ground beef, but yeah, I mean, it's important to get stronger and take care of myself, because it's a long season. And but yeah, I took care of the diet as far as a lot of steak. So yeah.
Jackson, do you want to play a game?
Sure. Love games.
It's a guessing game. It's called On Holiday. We'll give you 3 multiple choices, and one of the holidays will be fake. Are you ready?
Okay. Yep.
Guess the fake holiday. A, Zipper Day. B, Clown Shoe Day. Or C, No Pants Day. Kevin's favorite.
Oh man. I mean, Clown Shoe Day is definitely, I feel like, would be a holiday. I'll go Zipper Day just because of my dad and that. I don't really know if that's wrong.
Clown Shoe Day is the fake holiday.
Oh wow. I would have believed that one if you would have told me that.
Yeah.
When is No Pants Holiday? God, I got to do that one. That's fun.
It's actually May.
Europe, Ryan.
No Pants Day is May 2nd, but in the Millar household, it's every day. What is the fake?
For sure.
What is the fake holiday? A, Don't Talk to Your Spouse Day. B, International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Or C, Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day.
Wow, these are insane. These are real holidays.
2 of the 3 are.
Let's see. I mean, I can't imagine talking like a pirate for a day is a real holiday, so I guess I'll go B. Probably not a good choice.
It is
The last
A.
one was B, but
It is A, Don't Talk to Your Spouse Day.
yeah, well,
Last
that would
one.
be a bad
You do that,
idea.
you're not.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's not a
Don't do
holiday
that.
in my house. Not a good idea.
Which one is the fake holiday? A, Sidewalk Egg Frying Day. B, Roll Out of Your Car Day. Or C, Compliment Your Mirror Day.
Wow, man, these are
These
some
are
I was
hard.
gonna go
These are
C because
real
we've
holidays.
had A and B, so I don't know. That's why I was probably terrible at school. You know, not a good guesser.
It is B, Roll Out of Your Car Day.
Hi.
You know what?
Those are outrageous.
Do you plan to celebrate any of them?
I do not. I do not plan to sell any of them. I'll stick
those
to the
were a little
normal
rough.
ones.
Well, it could be Zipper Day today. We never know. Time
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
we do
our
never
Corona vibe check. Who is your vibes guy that helps you get into the right mindset before a game, Jackson?
Our vibes guy? Oh man, it just depends on what kind of vibe you want. Me and Heston spend a lot of time together. I wouldn't say he's necessarily a vibes guy, but he'll give you a hard time, and we play a lot of cards together, and we spend a lot of time together. So I'll just go with Heston.
Have you lost a lot of
shout
money
out to
on
your boy.
cards, Jackson?
Have I lost a lot of money? Not necessarily. You know, it ebbs and flows.
Okay, good.
I like to play cards.
Yeah.
I think growing up in a baseball family, you learn
have
to do
to.
that. Yep.
You have to.
Love it. Jackson, thanks so much for joining the show. We really appreciate it. And you're always fun to watch. And tell
yes,
Coconut
brother.
that we said hi.
I will.
Yeah,
I
keep
will,
it going,
absolutely.
dude. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
The showdown is not meant to cause offense or harm. The viewer acknowledges any reliance on the accuracy or completeness of said content should be done at their own discretion. The host apologizes in advance for any affront as a result of personal attacks.
This is not Ron Darling's first rodeo, is it?
there you go.
You are here now, Ron. All right, here we go. You even mentioned this in the previous segment, like just off the cuff. Aaron Judge, best player in the game. Is he?
To me, he is. Yeah, he's the best player in the game. He just he has transformed the numbers that you see from a guy that plays his position in New York, captain of the team. You had it on and on and on.
His hitting is so far ahead of everybody else.
Really.
Now, how much has that changed? Because I'm with you, but I'm not with you.
Okay,
in that now with Ohtani not even pitching really at all, or maybe later, I think Judge passes Ohtani. I think Ohtani has to pitch to be better than Judge.
I agree. I just think that Judge has taken his whole game to a different level. You know, his last 162 games. I'm just going to give you some numbers and kind of what he's done, right? 343 average, 473 on base, 737 slugging, 63 home runs, 160 RBIs, 140 runs, and he would have the highest F-WAR since Babe Ruth, who has the best, 6 or 7 years.
You know, defensively also, he's better off in right field.
Yes.
I think he's already a plus fielder there. However, if I'm starting a club, or say you and I both, we are starting a club in Vancouver. Hey, they're giving us a ball club. I'm going Witt or Gunnar Henderson first. And I'm not saying over 3 or 5 years. I'm saying give me 1 year. Yeah. I wouldn't do it. I know I've said this before. They used it as a promo. Ellie De La Cruz. I'm now not as sold on De La Cruz because he's never shown it. Gunnar has shown it. Bobby Witt has shown it. I think I would take the slick fielding, base running, power hitting shortstop over Judge, even though I'm admitting Judge's hitting alone is outrageously higher.
Yeah, I mean, age is the victor all the time, right? All ball players are betrayed by the calendar. If you have a great upcoming young athletic person at 25 years old, you take him over the 31 or 32-year-old or whatever the age.
I'm saying this year too, not just like 5 years. Obviously, be 5 years, but this year I would too.
It's just the thing about, when I think of Judge, I think of more not as Ruth, but as Gehrig. Just an athletic phenomenon. A guy who gets it done. I'm old enough to remember when Wilt Chamberlain was the best player in the NBA. And what did you have people saying then? We need to change the dynamics.
To change the
dimensions,
rules.
The rules of the basket needs to be 11 feet high. When I watch Judge when he's at his best, the ballparks are too small.
Right.
I mean, that's just how he has turned it into done.
Okay, you can go that way. Spencer Strider back this week. It's fun. He's treated like a star, like an elite pitcher. I wonder if he is. Is he?
He's an elite pitcher each and every time, and I've seen him have some of his worst games. He's had games where the home run ball has affected him. I work for the Mets, so I see him a lot against the Mets. He's never had really his best games against the Mets. But I've also watched him when he strikes out 13 of the first 15 batters, where there's no chance for the hitters to have a chance. When he's like that, yes, he is one of the best pitchers.
All right, so if we're doing a top 10 right now, which you frequently jump in on starting pitchers, I don't know where I'm putting him. We've had our sabermetric super panel. We've had some of our panelists put him number 1 2 years ago. And I was still going, all right, look, I admit he's quite good. His stuff is electric. His fielding independent pitching is off the charts. But he's allowing runs. Right now, you played the game. You pitched in the game. And you know there's something to preventing runs. Your ERA means something. So you look at his fielding independent pitching. 1.83, that's outrageous, but he's actually allowing runs. 2.85 fifth. Oh, actually, it's a run more in the actual runs he's allowing. There is something to that. I hate to go old school on you, Ronnie, but there's something to that.
I like I said, I've watched him pitch, and if I ever could have even the smallest criticism, because he's on one of my high on my list, is that occasionally he'll get into a long inning, and he's so 100% behind every pitch.
Right.
Like it's coming. In a longer inning, sometimes it seems like he'll weaken maybe, and the home run ball, like I was saying before. But those are petty little things. This guy is as unhittable as anyone in the game when he's right.
When he's right.
Yeah, well,
it's gotta be right.
He's coming off 2 times.
We did top 10 together 2 years ago, and we had him about the same. I think it was 7th or 9th. We both had him, so we weren't having him number 1. Yeah. But again, the stuff crowd is saying no. Potentially, this guy is. He just hasn't been that yet.
Yeah.
All right. My last thing. Bonus runner. Good pandemic rule. Is it time? Can we just let this go? Who do we have to talk to? Let this go now.
There's no one to talk to, but I will tell you this.
I thought it was you.
I think that there needs to be a compromise. I know it's really important. You're trying to protect your pitchers, but you have played 2.5 hours of an intense game.
Yeah.
And it just changes. I was telling you, I was watching the Mets the other day.
Right.
I know how much time is in between an inning, how much time it takes unless a guy leads off with a home run for a team to score.
Right.
I forgot about the runner. I got back, the game was all
right. Once you get something to eat, came back, we've been watching 2.5 hours, boom.
That's right.
That's my thing is if you're watching 5 games at once, like if you're watching MLB tonight, you're watching a lot of games here on MLB.tv, which I'm on as well. Look I don't miss it. But when you're watching the one game and you're emotionally invested and then suddenly, first pitch, base hit, ball game over. I'm like, wait, what did I spend my whole day watching this for?
Will you live with the compromise of taking it to 12 innings, playing regular baseball, and after that?
Yes.
Okay.
I will allow. Good.
There we go.
We sold that.